A very good morning to one and all. I'm Dr. Soumya, presenting a novel association between melatonin levels and sun exposure in myopes. I have no financial interest. I think there is a problem. It is getting closed automatically.
Dr. Soumya, one thing you can do is that you can switch off your video if your
Okay.
internet connection is low. No? So switch off your own video and then start your this
Okay.
thing.
Okay, I'm starting again.
I think your PowerPoint is crashing.
A very good morning to one and all. I'm Dr. Soumya, presenting a novel association between serum melatonin levels and sun exposure in young myopes. I have no financial interest to disclose. A linkage has been shown between quantitative assessment of ocular UV exposure and myopia. However, the role of circadian rhythm dependent on serum melatonin levels has never been studied before, and its relationship to ocular UV ultraviolet exposure needs to be explored. Hence, the current study was done to study the association of serum melatonin levels in myopes. The current study was a cross-sectional comparative study done at All India Institute of Medical Sciences. 32 myopes undergoing ICL surgery aged more than 18 years were included as cases, and 26 age and sex matched emmetropes were taken as control. Participants with any history of systemic disease or ocular comorbidities were excluded. A thorough clinical workup was done after obtaining a written informed consent, comprising of best corrected visual acuity, optical biometry, conjunctival autofluorescent ultraviolet photography. The area of conjunctival autofluorescence was calculated using ImageJ software. A detailed patient history was taken, comprising of detailed demographic history, sun exposure history, myopia risk factor assessment, sleep quality assessment, and outdoor activity log. Also, a fasting morning blood sample was taken to quantify serum melatonin, and aqueous melatonin samples were taken during the ICL surgery. The demographic details of both myopes and emmetropes group were similar, and mothers of myopes had a higher educational qualification than emmetropes. On examining the sleep profile, we found that sleep duration and presence of daytime sleepiness was significantly higher amongst myopes. Serum melatonin levels were significantly higher in myopes and more so in myopes of more than 6 diopter of myopia. This corresponded with significantly lower sun exposure as calculated or objectively or by sun exposure questionnaire in myopes. Serum melatonin also showed a significant positive correlation with axial length. The median value of aqueous melatonin was 2.1 picogram per ml, and it did not show any association with refractive error, age, or axial length. To conclude, serum melatonin is raised in myopes and its levels are positively correlated with degree of myopia. Ultraviolet exposure was significantly less in myopes. Hence, this novel study establishes the link between quantitative assessment of ocular ultraviolet exposure as measured by conjunctival ultraviolet autofluorescence and biochemical alteration, that is melatonin, in myopes. Targeting these modifiable risk factors and lifestyle modifications will help in developing strategies for prevention of myopia, which is an important public health problem globally. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Soumya. I request chairpersons to go ahead with the question, please.
Soumya, how do you clinically interpret these readings, and how do you want to make this as a clinical interpretation of anything?
So basically, the sun exposure, if the higher the sun exposure, the lower the melatonin levels will be, and the melatonin has a role in ocular growth, which can lead to myopia progression. So basically, if we increase sun exposure in children, young children, by incorporating such programs which help in spending more time
outdoor activities more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And
so
they
that
can
will help them. That will help them in the myopia progression. Maybe this is how we want to put it.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Dr. Soumya, is there any connection of what time of the day the UV exposure would be better? Did you all explore anything like that? Whether, sometimes they recommend that it's the early morning or, that timing which is
Yes,
better?
ma'am.
Anything like that?
We actually, when we took the history of sun exposure, we took the history of peak time exposure. That was between 11 to 3, when the sun exposure is maximum. So
Okay.
my data is based on that.
Okay.